Andrea had been married before, so there was probably a lot to catch up on with her at least. Cassie got her purse from the staff room and went to the lobby, heading for the big windows at the front of the building. As usual, Matt waited for her there, this time with his back turned as he looked out at the park beyond. She couldn't see his face from here, just his average height and unremarkable light brown hair, but the one thing that did make him stand out a little was his firefighter's build. Whenever their shifts coincided, they left together, especially at night. Even in as safe of a place as a national park, Matt didn't like the idea of Cassie walking to her car alone after dusk. If she got off work first, he often found a way to take a break at the same time. She often teased him about being overprotective. "I don't think any bison will attack me in the parking lot," she'd said more than once. "It's not bison I worry about," he always countered. "No wolves will get me. Not worried about them either." He didn't trust that every tourist was a good person. He couldn't. People vandalized the park, like a few years back, when some men sneaked over to the top of Old Faithful and relieved themselves into it. If people prone to vandalism visited, there was the potential of someone doing far worse to a woman walking alone. At the sound of her step on the pale yellow tiles, Matt turned. This time she didn't crack the bison joke. Instead, she smiled, appreciative that he'd come and hoping he wouldn't be too disappointed over her plans. He knew that Andrea and Tammy were in the area, but until a few minutes ago, even she hadn't known for sure about when they'd get together. Matt held out a hand, which Cassie took, then gave him a peck on the lips. "Have a good day?" she asked. "Could have been better." He shrugged sadly. "We found a dead moose over by the Lone Star geyser. Antlers sawed right off." "That's awful." Any kind of hunting within park boundaries was a federal offense. Taking animal parts was unlawful, too, even if it was antlers or fur from an animal wounded outside the park that had died inside it. They headed toward the doors and went out to her car and his truck. Matt didn't need to drive something big for his job, but he loved camping and hiking as much as Cassie did, so they used his truck to haul gear on their many adventures. Of course, when they reached their vehicles, he walked to her car and opened the driver's side door. "I heard that there's a new movie playing up in Bozeman," he said suddenly. "An action movie, I think, if you're up to the drive. If we get a start soon, we wouldn't be out too late." She absently pushed a button on her key fob. The car's lights flashed as the doors unlocked. "Andrea just texted, 'We're meeting at Buffalo Steakhouse for dinner.' I'd cancel, except that—" "No worries," Matt said with a light-hearted tone. "We knew they were in town. Go catch up with them. We'll watch the movie another night, or go fishing, or maybe see whatever's playing at the Playmill." "Sure you don't mind?" "Of course not," Matt said. "You haven't seen them in years. Go. Have fun." He stepped closer and gave her a hug and a quick kiss. She smiled. "I'll see if I can bring back dessert to make up for it." Brownie bites with raspberry sauce? You know it. Remind me to act really wounded next time you cancel. Maybe next time I can up my reward to a buffalo steak." When Cassie arched her eyebrows, he laughed, and she joined him. Before she got in her car, she gave him another peck. "I'll see what I can do. If not a buffalo steak, then maybe some ice cream to go with the brownie bites." "Nuts and caramel on top?" He leaned against the door as she got in, grinning. She pretended to think. "Don't push your luck." Matt stepped back as she closed the door, calling, "Love ya," through the window. Then he added, "See you tomorrow," with one arm raised in a wave. Cassie waved back, then put the car into gear. Before she left the parking lot, she glanced in her rearview mirror. Matt stood by his truck, hands in his pockets, watching her drive away. Why didn't the sight make her giddy anymore?